This show is holding us captive, and it's episode 5 of season 2, Captive. Woohoo! Are you ready?
You know what's mad? I thought this episode sucked, but it's probably the best of the season so far, so...
Literally. We're aboard, Connor. Aye, Captain. And he's making steak for Alicia. But guess what? She doesn't get to eat it because some fat bastard called Fida eats it.
Yeah, I believe Fida is pregnant as well. And you know what? Yeah, she's pregnant, not fat, but whatever.
Aye. Yeah, she's eating for 2.
Yeah, so she eats... But Connor's supposed to be the bad guy. He's supposed to lead this new group or whatever. And he just doesn't even feel like a bad dude.
No, he's like...
We don't even know enough, though, to make a judgment, but he literally cooks steak for Alicia, and that's it.
Well, alright, I'll make judgment immediately. This show's fucking shit, and Connor and his wee brother ain't fucking doing it for me.
No doing it for me, either.
Like, what's the gimmick? Like, what's actually... They have a ship that's not even a ship. Well, it is a ship, but it's like...
It's not on sea.
It's on land. Now, I'll admit, it's high up, right? So therefore... Realistically, walkers can never get to you. But other groups can attack you, and we'll see later on. But yeah, Alicia manages to go through an unlocked door, and then she's on the ship's bow, and that's where the episode like goes into its intro because she looks around. Oh, where are we? Where are we?
Also, I think I don't know if I've ever mentioned this yet, but Fear has got like the worst intro of a TV show I've ever seen. It's just the logo with like a screeching kind of sound, and it's like, no, but see good shows, they've got like, you just know the intros and you can like sing along or whatever, or hum along. There's nothing you can do with this intro.
I'd argue it suits Fear. Shite.
Yeah, but do you think that there's nothing you can do with this intro?
No, nothing.
You know The Walking Dead, how many times we go, like, what can you do here?
Absolutely hee-haw, right? But we've got Daniel, and we've got Chris. Well, I say Daniel and Chris, it's more Daniel. He's interrogating Reed. Reed, of course, got stabbed last episode, so that's still in him. He's letting all the secrets out to Daniel. Oh, we've got half a dozen men. Well, no, we've got a complete dozen, a full dozen eggs, and a fleet of 5 ships, and we're going to come looking for you. But Daniel's no buying it, isn't he not?
Well, what good's 5 ships to you, mate?
Yeah, like the half a dozen men means more than 5 ships, because if you split 2 men on the 5 ships... I don't think the numbers advantage works then.
Yeah, you're losing the numbers advantage because you've got less men on each
What's
ship.
happening to Chris?
I think
it's just forced. Like, there's no like where did it? Oh, but his ma died, but he hasn't been like this in the previous 4 episodes. Yeah, he booted her off the. You could just say that's grief. But what's his gimmick now?
Yeah, they seem to be going with something that like Chris is like kind of warped or whatever, and he's turning.
He's turning bad, man.
He's turning bad. So we see Daniel. I mean, it looks like he's been doing a little bit of torturing, which is his go-to thing. I mean, he likes to do that. So, but well, yeah, the Reed's basically saying, "Look, when my group catch you, you're going to regret this," and basically says, "I'm going to rape your daughter," kind of thing. Which I'm surprised Daniel just took it on the chin, but he did. He got up and he walked off, and he told Chris to leave with him. But he told Chris to leave in the first place, but Chris was like, "No, I want to watch."
Chris is just a weird guy, man. I've nothing really else to say about him. He just sits there looking stoned, but like half an angry face on him and just looking really weird.
None of these characters are likable.
No, they're not. They're just. I mean, Nick. Like in terms of like Nick's like the one that's supposed to be in that age group, but like you can kind of relate to, but he's just this big junky waster bastard.
I know, but I can kind of see a little bit of good in him. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, you stole some guy's drip and he died. It's like, what the fuck?
No, but it's funny how they portray Chris to be this evil bastard now after this episode. But Nick, the junkie Nick, great guy, Nick. Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas. Right, anyway, that was that really.
Madison then decides to steer the ship north because they found out where Connor's base is by locating it by using the radar.
Louis
is like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? We need to go to Mexico."
We got a small window.
And she's like, "No, I need half a day." And it's hot. This is fucking Strand's boat. Why? I mean, albeit, right, Strand does turn and say, "Give them half a day."
Strand says that, yeah, you earned that half a day. Madison throws it back and reminds him that she could have left him out in the water, but she didn't.
Exactly, but like, what is Strand's... I don't know, I feel like Strand is losing all sort of authority. I feel like in the first couple of episodes of him, he felt like this big deal, and now I feel like he just feels like a chicken shit sort of character now. Or he's at least turned into it.
It's almost like he's gay or something.
Almost. Almost.
Not yet, but soon to be. We go to Alicia and her new boyfriend. I believe his name is Jack.
Jackie
Yeah,
boy.
so it's Jack. Jack is basically showing Alicia what they do here. He tells her that everybody needs to earn their way and earn their keep. It's like why? Like, why did the fuck did they just pick Alicia here? What's so special about Alicia? And alright, maybe Travis knows how to fix things, whatever. But I mean, why Alicia?
It looks like Connor can cook, so they've got that covered.
Yeah, I don't know. At least like with Negan, he wanted wives and shit. Like, why the fuck would they take Alicia? Just didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But they do have Alicia, and Jake or Jack or whatever. He's showing her the ropes, and he's saying, "Look, well, that's what we do. We pick up signals and we try and lure people in, and then we give Conrad. Is it? What's the leader called? Connor.
Conrad Thompson.
Then we feed back to Connor, and he decides whether we want to go and get their boat. So essentially, they pick people out and they steal their boats because they believe the boats have supplies. That is kind of what we're doing here. Then he tells Alicia that you should have a go. You should try speaking to these people because you're good at it and you lured me in. Alicia then tells him, I didn't lure you in. I was just looking for someone to talk to. He's the one that fucking lured her in. Am I completely missing this?
Yeah, literally. He's
the one that tricked her,
and
befriended her, and said, where are you? You know, we need help. But he said here that she lured him in.
Yeah, it's completely the opposite. It's just shite teen drama, that's all it is.
Yeah, so, I mean, whatever. She keeps asking to see Travis, but she's not allowed to see Travis for some reason. They're trying to keep them separate. I wonder why that is. But I tell you, someone is allowed to see Travis, and that person is Alex. We see Travis, he wakes up in a cell, and he's confronted by Alex. If you can't remember who Alex is, then I really do not blame you. But she was like the Asian woman that was on the raft with the guy that was dying, and Strand basically just cut their dinghy off the Abigail.
Justified. The Abigail was tainted.
But for some reason, she seems to hold Travis responsible. She blames Travis a hell of a lot more than she does Strand.
Travis was weak here. He tried to pass the book. He was like, we couldn't deal with someone infected that close to us. Oh, fuck off, Travis. You're on a dinghy nowhere near you. That's what he actually said here. That's just passing the book.
Was that not his reason for them not being allowed on the boat, though? I don't think Travis agreed with Strand cutting the... No,
he didn't, but he said, here, we did it because we couldn't have someone that close to us being infected. That's what he fucking said in this conversation. He was trying to, like...
what's the infected going to do? Start climbing up the fucking rope? Like Steven Seagal or something? Climb onto the boat?
No.
There's an infected on this boat.
Infected? This ain't being infected.
Yeah, so that happens, and she basically tells Travis that, yeah, you know, I'm the one that kind of gave away the Abigail, and I gave up your position, so to speak. So, yeah, whatever. Travis apologizes to Alex, but she doesn't really care, and she just walks off, so that's it, really. Travis is trying to get emotional and open up and go, yeah, I had to kill my son's mother, but she doesn't
not give a fuck.
Doesn't really give a fuck.
Just like us.
Yeah, just like us.
But she had the option of walking out, we didn't.
Yeah, so then we get Alicia as well. We're back in like the control room, and she goes, oh, what about this one? We'll pick out this boat. And they like look at the digits and stuff, and she's going to like start communicating with it. But then she realizes that it's the Abigail, and she's like, why are they back so soon? You told me they were going to drop my family off at land. And she's like, there's no way they could have got to land in that amount of time and then back. And they come to the conclusion that maybe they were not dropped up on land, and that sometimes they just get killed, which just seems to be what's happening here.
That's exactly what's happened here, guys. And I just feel like this whole story arc with the boats, the radars, it's overdone, isn't it? It's completely overdone at this point. It's not even happening for that long. It's just, oh man, Alicia thinks she's bloody brilliant here with this whole system. Her and Jack Boy, now you're supposed to believe, I mean, I know I'm going ahead, at the end of this episode, it's like some big emotional farewell. Jack's like, you can't go with them, man. You've seen what they did. Alex, they jobbed her out with the Chinese kid. The dinghy, they'll do that to you. How will they do that to her? It's her family. Alright, now maybe you could argue...
Was there any reason for you to skip ahead with that, though, seriously?
No, because the show's fucking shite. That's why I had to skip ahead to it.
Trying to do this in chronological order and you've just barred it.
Well, let's talk about chronological order, because Madison comes up with the plan of they're on. She's talking to Reed. I
Yo,
believe.
by the way, before we actually I've actually legit fell asleep while this is. I'm wrecked. I was actually alive and awake until we started this review.
Right, well, anyway, Madison's talking to
Slurring my
Connor,
words and
says,
everything.
right, we'll do a trade-off. I get my family and you get your brother Reed back. Looks like that's going to go according to plan. But there's one problem. Chris has killed Reed. He shot him. And I thought maybe there was a possible chance that he was about to turn because he was just going to die. But then you get the illusion that everyone else on the thing's like, oh, but he wasn't infected, he wasn't bit. But we kind of thought that these ones already knew he didn't have to be bit.
Well, I don't think they did because, like, I know, but I don't think that they had that feeling because then, like, when Daniel, like, it's like, right, we're going to use it. He doesn't want them to kill it, and it's like almost like he knows that they can. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Do you think they were going to prop him up even though he was dead, but they didn't think he was going to turn?
I don't know what they were going to do.
Yeah, but it's almost like them covering him up. What were they going to do? Bring him in a dinghy, be like, he's knocked out. Was that what they were going to try and say? I don't know what they were going to try and say, right? And this gets even more stupid, right? Because guess what? Not the master plan is this time. It's, let's send Madison to do the trade alone. Nick wants to go, and you're thinking, all right, so Nick wants to go with his mum. And then she's like, no, I'm going to go by myself. So we get Daniel stays, Chris stays, Nick stays. All right, Strand's sick and been shot. Ophelia stays, Louise stays. All right, you could argue Strand and Louise don't really give a fuck about this. But how's everyone else not going?
This was fucking retarded. So yeah, with this infected, we see Madison just get on this like speedboat and she drives away from the boat to go and meet Connor's crew on her own to try and get back Travis and Alicia. It's like, why not fucking take your son, Nick?
She didn't even take a gun.
Yeah, like, what did she think was going to happen here? She gets to the other side, they're outnumbered. But before we talk about this, didn't Eliza tell Travis and Madison that you have to shoot in the head? You have to destroy the brain? Did she not tell them that?
Yeah, she did, aye. Yeah. Trauma to the head, yeah, you're right, absolutely. Which again, kind of just goes against... Do these people not listen? Was Travis too bored with shooting her in the head?
But when we seen the thing with Connor's brother, they looked very surprised when it came back from the dead.
It could just be writing inconsistencies because I think it's all over the point at this, all over the place at this point.
But like, it's like they thought, I don't know, if Chris knows about that, then if he thought that Connor's brother, I forget his name, Reed, was going to die, then doesn't that mean that he was going to turn?
No, exactly. But you've got Strand and Nick, right, and Louise looking on here for like the boy of the ship with the binoculars. What can they do if this deal goes south?
Absolutely fucking hee-haw.
Absolutely nothing.
We don't even see Lewis like ready with his sniper or nothing.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
Maybe he still doesn't want to waste a bullet on these people, and I don't really blame him.
No.
But I just don't think they're aware that dying simply kills you. I think maybe they think it has to do with the bite.
That's probably the way we're going down here.
Maybe we found out that you can literally die and you just come back. But I feel like The Walking Dead are a much better way of explaining that and revealing it and letting the entire group know. Whereas in this Sphere show, we're still kind of confused as to
once they knew, and anyone who was like got introduced, like when Michonne and Andrea didn't know, the governor explained it to them, or Merle did in like 3 seconds.
But now you're looking at the group here, you're looking at our protagonists, and we're like, what do they even know?
They know how to be shit characters, that's what they know. But the prisoner exchange is next. Connor and 2 of his wee buddies is there.
So they've got like paper bags, whatever, or rags wrapped around Travis and Reed's head, and it's like, see when you're a walker, your body and your head movement is like too ferocious, it's like vigorous, it's like, it doesn't look human. Like, you could clearly tell, in my opinion,
Yeah.
that this guy's undead. So Madison wants to trade, and Connor just is like, aye, okay, let's trade. So Connor's got all 2 guys with him, Madison's on her own. I mean, why the fuck didn't she take 2 people with her? Or why didn't she at least take Nick? I mean, what's Daniel doing? Why didn't he go with her?
Yeah, why didn't...
I didn't want to leave my daughter behind with 2 men.
Well, it was Nick's excuse.
Exactly.
So
And Chris could have took Nick and Chris. Does Chris not want to go save his dad?
yeah, if Chris is badass, if Chris is a danger, then you should have took him with you.
Exactly.
He could have been dangerous to other people. So yeah, they kind of like push each other's person into the other group. So Travis is reunited with Madison. Reed's reunited with Connor. Then Connor takes the bag off Reed's head and he finds out this is his brother and he's infected and he's a zombie now. And it was like this awkward kind of standoff. And then like 5 seconds later he gets bit on the arm when he had more than enough time to avoid this. Then one of the guys that was with Connor starts attacking Travis. And the other guy that was with Connor gets jumped on by the infected zombie. How did this zombie take it?
Do none of these guys have a gun? Also, like, the guy that Travis headbutts, Travis has both his hands tied behind his back and he fucking beats this guy up.
Yeah, and then the guy's on top of Travis and Madison's like trying to kick him off and it's just not doing anything. It's like a really horrible fight.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Then we get Alicia and
Jackie Boy.
Jackie Boy on top of one of the ships.
Calling him Jackie Boy. Let's fucking retract that.
Yeah, Jack looking
fucking
down.
jobber Jack. Jack the jobber.
They're looking down at the fight. Alicia sees that her family came for her and that they're trying to get back to the boat. She's trying to go with them, but Jack kind of holds her back and says, like, you can't go with those people. You seen what they did to the Asian girl. They'll do the same to you.
Do you want to live with the kind of people who abandon survivors?
Funny enough, yeah, because I'm a family.
And then she's like, and he wants her to stay with him, but it's like, look at what he done. Hold on, this is a guy that literally fucking lures people in, steals all their fucking shit, kills them. Because let's be honest, they don't take you back to land. They dispose of you.
Yep.
Steal your resources, separate families, kidnap people. And he's trying to go on some moral high ground that they're the good ones.
Fucking garbage. That's what it is.
Oh, but because you're fat, because your group left that woman. Yeah, first of all, that woman was with an infected, and it's Alicia's family. They're not going to leave her behind.
Exactly.
I just don't know how Jack is even trying to portray his group to be the good group here, and that Alicia should stick with him. It was like, well, on what fucking planet, mate, are you from?
The planet Stasiak.
And then. I'm sorry, Jack. It was like Titanic over again. Apart from it sunk like the Titanic. This show.
But instead of letting his hand go and him sinking into the ocean, she jumps off the side of the ship, slides down the ship, lands into the water, gets pulled into the dinghy, and that's it. It's all over.
It's all over for this episode.
And by the way, this is the last we'll see the Abigail.
Is it?
I believe so.
No, we see it next episode.
Do we?
Yeah. Sure, Luis gets killed on board.
Oh well, we see it.
Spoiler alert.
Oh shit.
Right, I'm going to give this episode a 2.
Yeah, it's a 2 for me. Like, it's
best episode of the season, guys. That's what I'm talking about. 2s out of 10. That is why you guys watch Fear the what? Fuck, 17 minutes. That's too long for my liking. But anyway, till next time, till episode 6, till we're at some Brokeback Mountain Ranch. Peace.